Alright, welcome back to Storage Basics Let's Play number 13. So, kind of figured out what I'll call this. Call it a Let's Play 13. So, kind of going over the basics again. We built a ship. Kind of went over some basic building, and we've done some missions. And so, let's do another mission. I kind of forget where we were. I've been building some other stuff, so. What we'll do is we'll get a mission, and that will help remind us what our boat needs. Actually, I kind of know a couple things our boat needs. So let's actually start working on that. So where is it? So here I think I have it somewhere. Where did I put it? There it is. Dimble white, red amber. It's actually not really. I don't have amber set up, but so this gives me a dimble white and red light. So one thing I noticed when we were doing the our actual missions the last time we were playing here was that it was getting awfully dark at night. So want to add some lighting to the interior of the boat. That will start to get us set up for that. So so I'll take this. This is my dimble light here. I'll put that in the workshop at some point. So what we need is we need the player sensor here, and we'll just stick that somewhere in the cabin. Put it right here, I think. Put it up in the roof. Okay. And we'll go ahead and we'll merge that. I'm going to do two lights, so I will cut this one, paste it, and then I'll just copy it. So we'll cut this light here. This is an RGB light, so this allows me to change the colors. So I actually think we can do it with one light. Let's try one light, see what that looks like. I don't want the light in front of the driving seat, so that's probably good there. That's right behind it, and that's it's not a big cabin area, so it's probably fine there. Let's paste that. Let's go ahead and we'll do a little painty while we're here. Paint there and paint here. Okay, good. Next thing we have our panel here. So let's find where we want this panel. Let me see. Let's put, maybe we'll put the lighting panel right here. That looks like a good spot there. Make sure symmetry is off. It is. Let's just stick it right there. All right. And we'll put our lighting panel there. So if we look at this panel, we have one is none. Two is cockpit lights to brighten them. Cockpit lights, red, white, and off. That's the actual on-off. And then we have to dim the lights. So cut that. And I'll show you how that works when we get in there. I'll put that on the workshop at some point. So this is working with the RGB lights so that we can change the colors of our light. White's good for if we're really trying to look for something, and then red is good for night vision. So paste that. We'll merge this, and we'll paint that there, and we'll paint this there, and we're good to go there. All right, next thing is the logic. So we'll just grab the logic and we'll put it underneath. I'll actually put this logic underneath too. We've got that up to a point where it's running pretty well. We don't really need it in the way. So that's our, that there is our light. Let's merge it. Okay. Let me move these so I can put that big engine logic right on the ground here. I'll just kind of Tetris this in here. And I'll just do a little bit of painting in here. I want that to be white. Okay, good. Let's see. Next thing I'll move this engine microcontroller here. We'll cut that. We'll move it down into the section. So if we wanted to, if we needed to, or wanted to have more buoyancy, we could also make that the floor. But we're doing well on buoyancy, so I'm not going to bother. I'm going to centralize this a little bit. I don't want, I don't know what it weighs. I don't want it to change the center of gravity too much. So that still looks good. All right, so that's good. That cleaned us up a little bit. All right, let's connect this. We have backlight on the gauge. There's really no backlight on here, but I'll hook it up anyways to systems. What was that one? Master power. Okay, master power we don't have connected to anything yet. So electricity, I need to add this, so I'm just going to hook it to the panel for now. We have composite, which is connected to our microcontroller, and then to cockpit lights is going to go to the light here. All right, so let's spawn that in. I gotta recall it. I didn't put electricity to the light. All right, so we'll go off the compass there. All right, so we're hooked up now. Let's spawn it in. And let's see how we look here. All right, so we're gonna come in. I didn't hook the. Did I hook the player sensor up? Did not hook the player sensor up. Okay, let me see what's up with that. Player sensor here. I don't believe I hooked it. Yep, I didn't hook the player sensor. So the player sensor, all that's going to do is when we leave the area, it's also going to shut the light off. So it's a requirement that we also have that. It's 5 meters, so that's going to be 5 meters around the boat, so that's fine. That'll keep that light on most of the time we're in the boat. So let's spawn it in. Let's check on it. So this should make it so it's easier to drive the boat. See, light came on when we got in there, so we might, that's perfect. That's right when we walk in the door. So if we come over to light here, if we press red, or press the button once more, we'll get a red light. We press it one more time, it'll go off for day running. If we look at the light, we see how bright it starts. We can make it even brighter by going up. We can dim it down like so. And then, like I said, we could change it red. Red will also function with the dimmer. So as you can see, that lights up our dash much better. I can also grab it from here while I'm sitting, and you know that's close enough. You know, maybe I'll put it here. That seems like a better spot, but you know, we can always move that later. All right, so let's recall this boat, save it up for 13, and let's go to a mission. I like to do a mission. Before we do that, I want to add some rope. We don't have any rope on here, so makes it difficult to tie down without rope. So I'm trying to think of maybe right here. Yeah, maybe right there for rope. Maybe I'll go like this. Let's do duplication here. We need 3 rope. You know, I could put a storage locker here. That might be the thing to do. Let's do that. Let's do a hatch. We'll do a sliding hatch. I don't want electric sliding hatch. I want just a regular sliding hatch. Okay. And so let's see how we want to do this. Trying to think how I want this. So okay, if you could just straighten up, I'd appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so that's going to stick over like that. Yeah, that's going to stick over further than I would like. Let's see. Try to decide how I want this. So one thing, I can't go through that. I was going to say maybe for later for firefighting stuff. Trying to think. Kind of like the front of the boat the way it is. All right, let me see. Do I have a bunch of space under here? Yeah, I have pretty good space under here. Let's make dual lockers here on the deck. So we'll make them right here. Okay. And then we will. Those actually end. I'm trying to think. Give me that so I can see them. Okay, so let's try. I kind of want them close to the walls, so let's do our hatches here. We'll do them right this way. Okay. All right, let's try this. All right, so I'm just going to use my selection grid, select both of them, cut them, push them down, and I'll paste them. I'm not going to actually clear content. I'm actually going to come into the back, and I'm going to do the same. You know, I'm not sure if I'm going to have space there, but I will find out in a second. And now I'm going to merge them all up. Okay. And that's going to give me some lockers underneath here to put some gear. All right, so let's we want rope. So let's just put all rope for now. I can change it to other things. I need to put a block here so I can kind of function off of that. Okay. And then let's rotate like that. Do rope, rope, rope. Okay, I'll delete this block that I don't need. It's always good. Once you get good with the selection tool, you know, it makes it much easier. I could have gone back there and done that, but this I can drag the whole unit and also see if it will fit. Yep, that fits perfectly. And we can't use much of the space back here. I actually might do quad lockers here. We'll see. But paste that, and I'll merge this up here. And let's do some painting here. There we go. And we'll paint the front ones here. All right, so we have some lockers in there, so let's look at it up, make sure we're still floating. We are. Open that up, and where's my rope? Okay, I put it on the wrong side. All right, so those are on the wrong side. I put the rope on the inside. That's going to flood. Hopefully the rope fixes it, but it might not. We might need to put some blocks there anyway. So I put it on the wrong side. So it looks like, yeah, see, I can't put it there. I have to move these inboard one on the front. So that's fine. Actually, if I go, two back, I can go two back on these, and that will allow me to do that. So go like that. That should work. Okay. And then I'll do my selection tool here and move these. So this, cut that, go like this. And I might need to box around these so water can't come in. I want to make this watertight, so I might do that. Okay. And I'm just going to actually take this up. I'm going to copy this, come right across. It will delete some of the rope, and I'll just delete off the other ones. Okay. Actually didn't delete anything. Let's see, because they're not in the same spot. Okay, we'll merge these. Merge that. Merge that. We'll delete out the rope that was there. Okay. We'll go to white again here, and we'll lay down some new decking. We'll paint all that. All right, now I'm just going to box around this with some blocks. I'll just do some white blocks here. That way this will make this whole section watertight, and I don't have to worry about flooding there. Since this I can easily grab a hold of some rope here, I'm just going to go ahead and do this visually. I'm not going to do my selection grid. All right, take my rope here. All right, so that added a little weight, but not much. All right, so let's spawn that in. All right, so here we go. Let's open it up, and as you can see, we now have rope in the floor here. So we have rope there, hit there. So we have, what's that? That's 12. See, this is going to try to flood. Let me see. I'm going to fly down and make sure it's not actually flooding the basement. Oh, I can't fly down, so it might be filling that rope blocker, but that's the extent of the flooding there. All right, so let's recall this. Let's save this as Stormworks Let's Play. I kind of changed what I'm going to call it. So this is episode 13, so Stormworks Let's Play 13. All right, and now let's go up and sleep in the bed, and we'll get a mission. And then we can go do the mission. And we'll see if we need anything else in the boat. So Nav Lights are priority. We want to put some Nav Lights on there. But that's, that's no big, huge deal. And then maybe a movable spotlight so that we can more easily look for craft, because we don't have night vision or anything. So we want to be able to look for craft. So let's sleep. Did they change it? Oh, I didn't press the button. I haven't done it in a while. There's sleep. I didn't see where sleep was. Alright, we got a mission. A boat, emergency. Okay, good. Let's get out of the bed. Let's look at our map. So that's close here. That's right there. Let's go ahead and go down, and we will look for it. So, you know, direct north is going to be the bridge. Go a little bit northeast. We might even be able to see this island and head there. So, let me see if I can see anything. So there's the island right there. So it should be over here. Let me see if I can even see it before we leave. So there's the island. We'll look northeast. Remember, we have a compass in both the boat, and we have one manual compass that we can use. I might as well pick that up when I get in there. Alright, so let's launch our boat. So I want to make sure it's the right one. That's it. Okay, spawn. Alright, let's jump in. Alright, so now, if you remember last time, we have our lights on, which is nice. Let's switch that to red. Let's get going here. Master power systems. Start our 2 engines. And we'll go ahead and get going. So we're going to start heading northeast. And we'll look for this boat. I didn't grab my compass on the way in, but we can use the ship's compass anyways. So there's that island we were talking about. So we'll just do some dead reckoning. Dead reckoning is using landmarks to find where you're going. So we're going to go a little bit north of the island, north and west of the island. Alright, so nice calm seas tonight. So today is Friday. I actually didn't check the updates to see if they fixed the paintable throttles. That would be a nice gift for a Friday. And I can see if I can fix those. Up there it is. Okay, so we found the boat already. So like I said, these early missions are all going to be very close to that starter base. So that's nice. Alright, so anyone who's concerned about us not having enough speed with this boat, at some point what we're going to do is, you know, I'm not going to make the engines any bigger. They're already 10 cylinders. What I'm going to do at some point is I will show you how to do the stoichiometry equation. And what that will allow us to do is get more power out of our current engine. And we'll do that by supercharging. A lot of people have some confusion between supercharging. We have 2 emergencies? Might have 2 emergencies here. There's a boat on fire there. And it looked like there was a boat on fire over here, too. We have 2 emergencies? That looks like... No, that's just a regular boat sailing with a lot of lights on. So this is our emergency over here. He's still sailing well, so this is our emergency right here. So definitely we have a fire. We have fire extinguishers. Would it be ideal? So it'd probably be nice to put a gear locker in here and some... firefighting equipment, some clothing especially, so that we're not getting burned. Let's head in there and we'll get this one done. Alright. Sorry, just I was making sure I was recording. Alright, so we have a boat there. So quite a bit of fire there. I'm hoping we can put this out with the fire extinguisher. I'm going to dump those people right in the water that are on board. I don't want them to burn. So 2 casualties. So I see one in the ocean. I see one on the boat. So let's grab them up pretty quick here. I don't want to. I don't want them burning. So. Alright, so let's grab our fire extinguisher here. We need to drop the rope to get the fire extinguisher. Let's grab that Fire X. Okay, let's close that up. Alright, so let's grab these people first. They're worth $2,000 a piece. I know that's a little bit callous thinking about what they're worth. They're worth $2,000 a piece. The fire's worth about $3,000 to put out. So you know, even if the water goes in there, there's no place for it to go. We're not going to lose any buoyancy if that fills with water. So we're not going to sink. So don't worry about. Oh, right in the water, right in the fire I went. Okay. So let's jump off. I'll throw this person in. That will save these two people. I'm going to check their health really quick, and then I'll put this fire out. You know, I decided to do it this way. One, because it's the ethical thing to do to save the people before the putting the fire out. But also, did I lose the person? Where is she? She's on me, I think. Yeah, there she is. Okay, I'm gonna check their health. You know, this way I don't have to worry about the fire burning them. I can put it out kind of all over the place here. I need to watch my health here. Okay, I'm getting burned, but I'm gonna hit this fire at my feet, keep me from burning up. I am burning still. Okay, fire extinguisher is not ideal. You know, we want some better fire gear, but that's currently what we have. Okay. So it's doing a pretty good job as it is. Trying to get this out. There we go. That one's almost out there. Okay. So it keeps spreading. Up there we go. All right. So fire's out. So we've already made $3 grand. Like I said, I'm gonna do a little piracy, see if they have any equipment that I want. If they do, that saves me some money on my career end. So it doesn't look like it. So we got a little injured, but we can use this health pack on ourselves as well. So that was actually the health pack we, we'll say appropriated from the last rescue. We didn't steal it. We appropriated it. So, so that allows us to save a little money by using their... so as you can see, we're sitting a little lower in the water than I like. So that... If you remember, we added a ton of weight blocks. We can actually get rid of some of those weight blocks. So it's good to keep this that med pack on me because, you know, as you can see, if I was getting really hurt in the fire, I could quickly click that med pack, heal up a little, jump in the water, and try to save my life. If you die in a career, you will be dead. All right, so we're gonna head back. Again, we'll use Dead Reckoning here. So we have the our island there. To the south of that, we have the hospital. We can see the hospital. So I'm gonna head on back there. So we have 2 rescues plus the fire. So the rescue should be 2,000 apiece, and the fire was 3,000. So there's 5,000 cash right there. So pretty simple, easy mission. And let's head back to the hospital. Alright, so boat worked well. You know, I like this design because you really can't flood it out with, you know, even if the water came in here, you know, it's not going to flood this with the door open. You know, if we've got a ton of water in here and close the door, it'd probably add mass, but I don't think it does if it just flows in and flows out. It's at the same level, so it's not like it's going down into the pit or something. But so boat's working pretty well. And like I was saying before, you know, speed-wise, you know, we might at some point supercharge this and put a, you know, so what you can do is supercharge. I got into it, I didn't finish this. So in Stormworks, you can supercharge. You can't turbocharge. So for those who are interested in the difference, turbocharger, what it does is it takes the exhaust gases from the engine and it turns an axial turbine, and that axial turbine has a shaft that turns an impeller. That impeller brings in air and compresses it, and then that compressed air is forced into the cylinders, so you're increasing your air volume. The more air you stuff in there, the more fuel you can utilize, and so so that allows you to get more horsepower out of a specific size of engine. In Stormworks here, we can't use exhaust gases or any fluids to turn the impeller pumps. We wish we could, but what we can do is supercharge it. So a supercharger is often belt driven, and so what you'll do is you'll have a belt drive off of the engine, and that belt drive will turn an impeller that will compress the air, and then it will go into the engine. So we can do that in Stormworks a couple ways. One with an electric pump, Another is a clutch-driven fluid pump, and we can also do an impeller pump. So we can try supercharging later. So if we supercharge and we have the stoichiometric equation there, what's going to happen is as we add more air, it's automatically going to add more fuel. That's going to give us more power. It's also going to increase our fuel burn. Of course, we're able to add more. Fuel, so that's going to be more fuel burned, and then we're going to have to compensate by with that air. But it's also going to add more heat, and so we need to be able to better mitigate that heat. So we might have to add more cooling manifolds, but we will get there. We're not there yet. So as you can see, we're losing temp here at 17 knots. So at some point I'll put an overheat protection there in here. It's pretty simple. All I really do is I set it up so that if it gets over 100 degrees, it will automatically reduce the thrust to the thrust where we lose temperature. So as you can see, we're going 17 knots and we're losing temperature. So what I would do is figure out what that is, and then it would automatically reduce our thrust down. So that's our new maximum. I put it in reverse here. I'm done with that. I reversed for a second there. So let's get right in. I want to dock this as nicely as I can. Okay, we'll coast. Alright, so that's pretty good. I'm just going to bow in and I'm going to go grab a rope that we just got. Come on, pick up the rope there. Come on, there we go. Okay, good. So we've got our rope connected there. Let's do one off. Is there another rope anchor? That's very strange. So apparently they want you to park at the end of the dock and not the side of the dock. I don't know why, but we're not going to do that. We're going to park where we should here, alongside the dock, and we'll just tie like that. That's a really weird way to tie off, but there should be rope anchors up here up front, but there are not, so I don't know. Alright, so let's grab our people. Stop complaining about rope anchors not being in good spots. Okay, let's put that person there. We'll grab the other, and we will go deliver them. Let me shut my engine off. I left it on. Oh, that doesn't shut it off. Let's actually do the right one. There we go. Shut the boat down. Save us some fuel, especially we're in career. Fuel's not free. Alright, so let's go up. Alright, so that was a nice simple mission. 5 more grand in our pocket. The other thing we want to be looking for is floating loot crates. Those are worth big money. Floating loot crates. You know, there should be probably one in here. Let me look. So there is so what do we got? 2,000 there for that mission each. So that's 4. And then the fire was worth 3. Sometimes there are loot crates in here. It's kind of a good way to start. Is you can kind of hunt around, and if you find some of these loot crates, I don't see any in here. That's kind of a good little juice. I think I actually know where one is. You often see one on the tutorial mission. Let me see if I can go find it on this island. You know, they're sometimes worth 9,000, so that's that's a good bit of help. There it is, right there. Okay. All right, so here we go. We have a loot crate. That's 6,500, so that was worth more than the mission itself. You know, those spawn in the water quite often. They'll be on the islands, so you know, there's some more cash for us. If I could ever get up this, I'm gonna have to take the long way probably, but I don't know why I can't climb today up this wall. There we go. Okay, we're up now. All right, so you know, total with that loot crate, you know, we made 11.5. So you know, let's see where our money's at. So you know, we have the boat out and we have 18 grand cash. So when we put the boat back, we'll get some cash back. But so we got some. It was a good mission. Paid pretty well. One thing we could do. Let's try this. I'm gonna save the game. I don't want to. So I have 2 copies. One is career, one's backup. So I'm going to save to career. Let me go run in the hospital, and I'm going to actually use the bed of the hospital. And let's get a mission there. You know, if we can get around here and do it this way. Let me sleep in this bed. Okay, let's sleep. And you know, we can move around. If we get further away, we'll get missions in different areas. A boat is broken down in the ocean, so we do have rope. We can tow them. So let's go do that. I think the tow missions are pretty low in pay. I think you know, people have been asking for them to boost that up a little bit. You know, they take a little bit of time, and they you know, pay worse than rescues. But of course, rescues, you're saving people's lives, so you know, maybe that's why. All right, so where am I? Did I lose my ropes? There's one there. Okay. All right, let's stick that in. Up, where is it? There it is. All right, let's grab this rope here. All right, let's stick that rope in there. Okay, and let's close up our hatch here. Let's close up our back there. Our lights came on, which is much more convenient. All right, let's back it out. Okay, we kind of turn sideways here a little bit. Okay. Let's back it out. Let's look for this boat on the map. So here we go, just to the north of us, and we're bringing it to the Sawyer North dock. So right there, can't see our waypoints, but we know that's just a hair west of north. All right, so okay, good. Up, what's going on here? My hand was doing silly things, and I couldn't, wasn't steering properly, so I almost just crashed us. There we go. That's better. All right, so we're going to want a spotlight. That's something we should add on, a spotlight and a lighting system. We should add some nav lights. We don't have any nav lights. That fire wasn't too bad to put out by hand, but as you see, I was getting burned. So both some a firefighting suit would be nice. Also, it'd be nice to add a water pump and a fire hose. That way I could actually stay on this boat and fight the fire. And, you know, I have enough spray. I don't really think I want to put on a firefighting nozzle. I don't really need it. You know, a boat this size. You know, I think I'd actually rather have the hose and fight it manually. I find that a little bit more entertaining. You know, on a big ship, you'd want a large firefighting nozzle, but you know, it's kind of fun just using using a hose. So I might add a fire hose as well, especially, you know, fire gets out of control. I was struggling to put that one out. It took, you know, took less than one bottle, but it still was getting a little hairy there at the end. All right, so we're going to look for a black and white boat. It's just past the road here. It's just west of north. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right behind the island. We'll just use Dead Reckoning again. We'll head due north. We'll head due north, and then we will we'll use our binoculars to look a little bit on the west side of it. So that should be pretty good right now. There, if we look back, we have the island right to our stern, and we're headed north. So if we look, island's right to our stern, we're headed north. So we're going right about here. So it should be over there, and we'll look out the window and we'll hopefully see it. So it's a black and white boat from experience, just a little boat. So should have no problem towing it. We don't have a winch or anything, so maybe we'll want to add a winch at some point. That way we can better control the length of how far the boat is. We really can't do it without the winch. What I'll do is I'll jump in the water, hook the rope, and then I will then I'll just jump back up the boat and hook it. You know, we should have no problem you know, towing it with one rope. We might have to do a little steering to counteract the yaw of it, but it's not a big deal. All right, so we're still heading north. Our island is right behind us, so we're going to want to start looking over here to port for that boat. And we'll see if we can find it. So we'll see kind of how far it is from there. It's about the same distance from our island was. So we should be looking at, there it is right there. Okay, so we found it. All Alright, so let's move over and we'll head for it. Did I lose it again? There it is, right there. Okay. So there's the boat we need to tow. So this is a good test for this. This is when we're going to want more power too, is seeing how, I actually want some more lights to be a little brighter. We'll see how much power we need to tow this. Trying to think about winch. Actually, I could put a winch. That's bright. Light is so bright. Right above the doorway there. And that might work. Okay. Let's see. All right, so that's 12 o'clock. So it looks like it turned its lights on. We got. That's not it. It's over here. That boat keeps showing up and confusing me. That was the same boat that was putting around, super bright, that thought was on fire before by the other island. So this boat's dark. All right, that's actually the bigger boat. So that's a bigger boat. So we'll see how well we do this. But if you look in the distance, we're gonna actually do this first. Right past that boat is a loot crate. So let's go snag that loot crate. That could be worth some coinage. So yeah, you want to keep an eye out for those loot crates. Like you saw, that was 6,500 for that one crate. That was worth more than the mission. This mission might, yeah, I think this may pay 2,000 or 3,000. It's not a lot of money, but that, you know, we'll still make profit. But that loot crate, you know, could be up to I think like 9,000. So, you know, that starts making it worthwhile doing this if we go out there and that loot crate's worth, you know, a bit of money. So we'll be back for you, but. That's the big boat. So the other thing we're going to do is a little piracy maybe, see if we can get some med kits. Remember we used one up. And see if we can take some rope. So if we can use their rope, we don't, not that we're going to expend any rope, put it back, but that way we can have some extra rope. So there's the loot crate right there, 12 o'clock. So let's look at our fuel. Why my fuel's not counting down? Maybe so. It goes through your goes through the pipes first. So it's going to burn whatever's in your pipes first, and then it's going to you know, burn what's in your tanks. So we might not even got to the. Let's see, what do we burn in there? So we might not have even started burning from the tank yet at all. It might just be burning from the pipes. So as you can see, we're perfectly charging our battery there with. We have the PIDs going, doing it. So there's our loot crate. So we got 25 knots now. So I'm curious what we can get with supercharging. I'd also like to see if we have if we have an overtemp problem at some point. And like I said, I'll put in an overtemp protection system. Okay, there we go. So I just hit the idle button. That's what that's great for, is one button press and you idle her out. And you're in good shape. Okay. So there's 8,000, so that's good. So, you know, this wasn't worth a ton of money to us. So I might actually, the other thing too is I might increase that so the light comes on before I go in, but if we put nav lights on, that will be pretty bright. So it's nice having that idle. As you can see, I could just cut the power and go right off and do what I was doing. All right, so now we have to go back to south. Remember, we kept heading north there to go get the crate. So if we head south, we'll be going back the direction we came. So we're gonna have to look for a boat again. Actually, so should be there. See if I can find it. I'm gonna go out on the deck and see if I can see it. There it is. Okay, so it's a little bit toward the port side. Okay. So it's behind my pedestal, so. That's something you actually have to worry about in vehicles often is, you know, if something's behind your pedestal, you know, you lose sight of it. Like, you know, on a lot of big trucks, your mirrors are so big, you know, if somebody's walking across the crosswalk and they're in time with your mirrors, it's hard to see them. You know, you can lose a car on a big truck mirror. Alright, so we're going to tow this guy in. This will be a little bit of a long mission. You know, I'm not sure what the speed's going to be. That boat's bigger than I thought it would. There's a tiny little boat that I thought that's what we're getting, but this looks like the bigger boat, so we shall see. instead of chopping the throttle, I'm going to reduce the throttle on this one. So let me do a test here. Well, I can't really do the test, but I was going to say, trying to see what speed I can go while losing temperature. So I can go probably 20 knots and still lose temperature. So to put in our overheat protection system, what I do is I find out what that RPS is, and I essentially clamp it so in a numerical switch box so that it will I can so that when we overheat, it will automatically, you know, essentially pull the thrust back for us. Okay, come on, attach. There we go. Okay, let's just do a minor bit of piracy while we're here. You know, it's worth it if we can get any gear. Again, we don't have a lot of cash. So this is the same boat that burned down on us. I don't know if it's a different color scheme or not, but yeah, there's no piracy to be had on this boat. So, all right. So this one's a little on the big side, so we'll see how well it tows. We might have the bow lift up on us. We do have the stability system, which helps. That will try to force it down. I'm going to leave the door open while I do this. Alright, so see, it's starting to pull us a little bit. We have the rope connected on a single side. It's going to pull us here. So we're doing 10 knots, which isn't too bad. But I'm having to fight it a little bit. So let me try something here. Let me cut it. And let me check this boat here. So it has two cleats there. Let me try to attach to these side cleats. You know, ideally I'd want to just, you know, I'll have a winch at some point we can connect it to. Alright, so let's hook this rope here. Maybe bob up. I need to wait for myself to bob here a little bit. Okay, come on. Alright, it's moving on us. Alright, let me get up in and actually grab it like that. Alright, so there we go. Detach rope anchor. I'm going to jump over into the drink. Let me jump, please. Okay. Oh my god. Did I drop it? What happened? I somehow dropped it. Okay, that's not good. We lost our rope, so we're losing money on this job here. We did make a good bit of money on that loot crate, though. So. Alright, so let's get our flashlight and actually close this. There we go. Alright, so we need some deck lighting, too. Again, nice things to find out. Alright, so that's not very helpful here. Let's not tip the boat over. Let's not tip over here. Right, let me look at this. I want to see what's going on here. Okay, so that one on the starboard side just is super. Okay, we gotta stop here. All right, I'm not gonna be able to do that without winches. I can't control the length of the ropes. I'm gonna have to tow it from the. Let me see if I can get 2 ropes on there. If I can get 2 ropes on there, that'll be better. Okay. So what was that? That was. Okay, I want to hook that there. Come on. Let me do it. Come on, let me do it. Bobbin. There we go. That's attached. Let's grab this one. Okay, come on. We gotta bob up on. There we go. Let me see if I can attach 2. I doubt it, but. I attach 2, that's cake. Alright, come on, let me get there. Oh, it's gonna let me do it. So there we go. We got 2 ropes attached, so that's good. Alright, so let's look at it. So the lengths might still not be the same, but that's not gonna matter as much if they're right in the front there. Alright, now we're facing west, so that was acting like a big sea anchor. As you can see, we're going much straighter now. Yep. Perfect. Alright, this is much better. As you can see, we have our 2 ropes. We're pulling it straight now, so we're not tipping as much. So 10 knots, so it's going to take us a little while to get in there, but it's not too bad. So it's another thing we can use. Some more power will be nice. . All right, so it's going to take us a little bit to get there. It's one of the things that people have been asking for them to boost up these, the rewards on towing missions, because especially if you want to use some of your bigger craft, like if I want to use my tugboat to come out here and do a towing mission or something, burn a lot of fuel, and the rewards are very low. So it'd be nice if they'd add some larger ships, and then just this one's just a time sink essentially. You're not burning much fuel. We probably won't go through much fuel on this. Yeah, so see, we've gone through the fuel in our pipes. Now we're actually burning. So, when we, I think we checked it on the way out to that loot crate. We're at 118. So a couple things I'm thinking about that I want to add here. As you can see, I have to continually keep trying to steer us back where we're supposed to be going, back to south. So I think I want to add a heading hold. Heading hold will be very nice and convenient. Be something I want. We want to add some deck lighting. We want to add a spotlight. We want to add some nav lights. So these are all things that we can add onto our career boat to make it better. So we're headed south now. Let me get out our binoculars. As you can see, that's our island there. We have the hospital will be the south of that. I want to actually head, so we're right about here. I want to head due south. We actually want to head southeast a little bit. So that should be east there, yeah. So let's head due southeast. I don't want to extend this journey any longer than I have to, so that's about southeast would be here, so that's paralleling. So we don't need to quite parallel the train tracks here. We can kind of cut into it at some point, but I want to start getting south. We're still tippy here, so what would fix that is a single, it's just because it's so heavy, I think. We're pulling a pretty heavy boat. We're pulling it close to us. If we could pull a little bit further away, that would help, but I don't have a winch, so as you can see, ideally what I want to do is back right up where we're touching the boat, connect the winch to it, let out some line, pull forward. Once we've let out as much line as we want, then I would shut off the winch, and then we can pull it. But presently, we don't have a winch in there, so we need a winch, we need spots, we need deck lighting, nav lighting, a heading hold. I don't want to go full autopilot. This boat's too small to have a full autopilot, but a heading hold would be convenient. Like with a heading hold, it would automatically keep those rudders where they need to be. I could go back and I could work the winch while the boat's going. Make it a little bit easier. I can go out on the deck and look for rescues with my binoculars while the boat is the boat's actively, maintaining heading. Full-fledged autopilot would be nice, just because we could set the course all the way to there and go do whatever. But if you're playing by yourself, it's kind of nice to set the autopilot and you can go do whatever you need to do around the house. But this isn't the end of the world like this. Okay, so this is going to take a good long time. So I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to stop off at, you can actually see our actual progression there. I think I'm going to stop off next to the career island, and we'll call it for a video. And then I don't think I'm going to take this all the way in. We might leave this. I don't want to bore anybody with. This is, like I said, this is a low value rescue. It doesn't really give us a lot of cash, and it's we got most of our cash off that loot drop. So maybe I'll go bring it in next to the island, and we'll call it there for a video. And when I come back next time, we'll either finish this or we'll make some of those changes on our boat. I can't imagine this is too engaging to watch me tow this at 10 knots back to all the way. It's going to be way over there, so it's not that far. Like if I had a faster boat, if I had things like autopilot on there or even a heading hold, we could walk around the boat and do some stuff if it's a bigger boat. But currently with this boat, it's a little bit small to be doing that. So I even hesitated to do that towing mission in the first place. But that's it right over there. That's where we'd have to go, is right there along that shore. So, you know, we've made it this distance in that amount of time, going 10 knots. You know, I can't imagine. I can't see how. I can't tell how far that is. You know, the storm arc's distance are pretty short. You know, for example, this is 45 nautical miles here. So if that's that's probably less than 4 miles. That's a couple miles. You know, it's going to take us 20 minutes to get there. You know, so that would take us probably 20 minutes to get there. So I'll just tow it to our island, and that way we can see, you know, kind of get some notion of what it is. But yeah, we can see where we're supposed to take it right there. That's where the dock is for soaring north. But I just don't think I can be bothered. So if I had a heading hold, I'd be more inclined to do it. Put the heading hold on. We could end the video there, and then we could pick it back up. But yep, so you know, maybe one thing we could do is I'll dump this off. I don't think the time counts while I'm in the workbench in a career save. We might even, you know what we'll actually probably do is we'll go in our test world, and there we can put in an autopilot. And if we feel like doing it then, throw this on autopilot, and you know, kind of, you know, I'll just take it there myself, you know, so you guys don't have to watch me just drive all the way over there. But you know, yeah, you can see right there, that's the port right there. So that's about, where was it there? So yeah, we made about a third of the way. You know, I had a little detour with going to the loot crate, but you know, I was going more than double my speed. You know, 2.5 times my current speed to get to the loot crate. So a little more power would be nice, but again, this isn't designed to be a big boat. You know, this is a pretty normal, realistic towing speed. So I'll kind of decide what I want to do with if I want to finish this one or you know, just add some autopilot. But that's going to be interesting. You know, I might I'll probably start fresh just to show everybody how to build a heading hold, but you know, a nice simple heading hold is really convenient. I don't like doing multi-waypoint autopilots too often. I like to do them in my bigger ships that have to go long distances. The shorter stuff, it's nice, just set a heading on it, and then you know, you're only going to use it a little bit. You know, like this rescue, you see we make it right out to the rescue. We need to be able to maneuver around pretty quickly. So, but we'll bring this right in here. And unfortunately, we can't pirate it and sell it. So, all right, we'll bring it in. And so I don't. So one thing we don't have, which I might have to add as well, is let me start to decrease my throttle. Okay, so one thing we don't have is, remember I said we don't need roll stability control because, you know, the boat's pretty stable on its own. Well, it is, but with a towing something, we noticed that we could actually probably use a little stability. So maybe we'll add, you know, some roll stability onto this, some fins. We'll activate the fins to do roll stability as well. That way, when we're towing, the fins will be keeping us nice and straight. So, all right, so let's call it there. Let's take a little picture of our current rescue here. But yeah, as you can see, this boat's bigger than ours. It probably weighs more than ours. All right, thank you for watching.